y'all know I really like Adyashanti and some of his writing, and he has this quote where he says, there are few people in the world more brutal towards themselves than so-called spiritual people. And I really think it's because, there are these standards of that come from God knows where about how you should be and what you're not doing. And, I think some of them come out of conventional religion, and it's just this self-brutality unless it's dealt with by self-love and self-forgiveness. That's what I think. So there's a really good way to do that in meditation. And it happened for me. I've done this periodically my whole, for years now. But at some point last week, because I think a lot of you are noticing, there's been these very strong transits that they come for a couple days and they release. This past weekend was very strong, lots of squares. And at some point, it felt really wonderful to do this. I felt like I went inside to the small self, and that's what we're going to do. And I just said to her, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I had to take you through some of this. And it just felt so healing to go in and, just say to the small self, I am so sorry, and I will take better care of you now, and I will love you now, and I will always prioritize you now. This is absolutely, you can't do it enough. I mean, it's nothing new for me to do, but it felt, when you do things like that, they each time go to a deeper level. And so we're going to do some of that and just see if there's anything you need to forgive yourself for, or even apologize to yourself for, with the greatest love. This is a very, very good week of the year to do this. Forget about other people. That doesn't matter right now. If you don't do it with yourself, you can never do it fully with somebody else. That's what I think. So, focusing on the inside. Focusing on your breath. Breathing in, calming, healing energy. Breathing out any tension, any worry, any fear. Feeling yourself just sinking deeper inside. This relaxation comes into your body. By itself, without any effort, the body relaxes. Breathing in, calming, healing energy, and breathing out anything that wants to go. As if you're settling deeper and deeper inside of you. I'd like you to imagine that you can enter your heart. There's this beautiful chamber of light and love. And as you go into your heart, you can see your personality self there, your small self. You might see it as a child, but you might see it just as you now. You just whatever age comes is fine. And I'd like you to imagine that you're the great expansive self, and you're speaking to this small self personality. And so you can say to you, if you feel this, you can ask for forgiveness for anything you've been blaming yourself for anything you've been torturing yourself about, for anything that you haven't forgiven yourself for. Just notice what comes up. For anywhere you're hard on yourself, take your time with this. Notice what comes up. You can ask the small self to forgive you. You can tell it you want to love it. You can feel that the war is over on the inside. You no longer need to torture yourself or blame yourself about whatever this topic is. When you do this, you can even do what I did and go on your knees in your mind and ask your small self for forgiveness and tell it you want to love it now and care for it. And that it's enough as it is. It's deserving of your love. It doesn't have to do anything to earn it. And if something else comes up, it's not just one thing, then ask your small self if you can make amends for that too. Whatever you're holding over yourself with blame, that you're calling a truce and pouring forgiveness in every direction to you. And if this is hard to do, you can even ask the Divine to allow you to forgive yourself. If it's something that feels unforgivable, you can ask the Divine to open the way. And even if you only feel it a bit right now, it'll grow over time. You can imagine this like a very heavy weight on your back that you can drop. You no longer need to carry. And as you drop it, it turns to light and dissolves. And then as you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, coming back into the room. You might want to take a moment and write down anything that occurred.